Yo, yo, what is up, crew? And welcome back to another vlog. If you've ever seen, actually, let me fix that. Oh, no, stop. My goodness. So, do you ever have like Siri just like start talking out of nowhere? So irritating when she does that. I have a buddy who is big in the luxury car space and just overall like in that space pretty prevalent. If you've ever seen Fast and the Furious movies 1, 2, or 3, this guy and his company are actually the ones that did all the fabrication inside those movies. I had a personal relationship with Paul Walker for a long time, and they actually used to live, wow, my hair. They actually used to live out in Malibu together while they were filming the first, second, and third movie. Anyways, forgot my garage door opener. But with that being said, he is big in the luxury space, anything from high-end vehicles to watches. And recently, he stepped in to the watch game even further, and he is sharing with me a Rolex Explorer 2. Now, I'm not normally one that would ever be like a watch guy per se, because I used to have the belief that like, oh, a watch is a watch, you know, it tells time, which is true. However, pieces like this are more statement pieces, and I also see the value in the investment in them. So really interesting stuff. But with that being said, if you or anyone you know is in the industry for any type of luxury watch, and I'm talking like anything from a Patek to an AP to a Rolex to a Movado to really anything out there, he primarily deals in the Rolex space. But if you or anyone you know is looking for a beautiful timepiece that is probably extremely rare, reach out, comment, I'll connect y'all. I get nothing for connecting y'all. I just trust this guy and I know his level of service and quality. And I may or may not be getting this Explorer 2 at some point. You know, it is a hefty investment. So obviously I don't believe that I would pay it in full because truthfully, I'm not in that place with like the state of like business and really like where our primary business has been. We're in a big rebuilding and growing phase, and that's okay because these are growing pains. But with that, obviously, I get to be frugal with spending. And, you know, dropping like 12K on a watch or close to 12K on a watch just isn't a high priority for me. It is a deep desire to one day earn something like that because I would have so much pride and like I would be extremely proud of myself to own something like that because of what it stands for. And who knows? You know, I'm really grateful I have someone like this around me to just kind of give me info, give me insight, and like knowingness behind like what it is you're actually investing in and really like what it means. You know, and I know that sounds funny and interesting, and some people will probably watch this and be like, wow, that's as much as a car. And put simply, like, there's fucking people out there that have like $200, $300, $400, $500,000 like watches and pieces of jewelry on their hands. And you know, it's just really opened my eyes to all of that that's out there in like the luxury space and like the high-end space. And it just goes to show like there's so much money flowing in the world. Now, I firmly believe that money is energy. So if your energy isn't right and you've got a lot of victimhood in your life, or maybe a lot of dark energy. Now, I'm not saying you got to manifest it or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I do firmly believe that money and currency is a flow of energy. And energy flows where intention goes. And I've recognized over the years that the more I detach from revenue and growing revenue in those ways, the more that I have. Now, I've recognized that for myself, money for me is a byproduct of impact, meaning I do not have money or resources in my life unless I create impact for others. Money for me is a direct byproduct of the impact that I make in someone's life or people's lives. And that's why, for me, the game of money feels good, because I know that the money I have, regardless of how much or how little, is a direct byproduct of the impact and support that I'm having in others' lives. And I think many people don't view currency or money that way. They view it as this fickle thing that they'll never have enough of. And if you truly, truly believe that all you need is money to be happy, I challenge you to maybe shift your perspective and ask yourself, like, what does it really mean for me to feel fulfilled and to feel secure? Because I firmly believe that it's not about how much money you have, it's about how you use the money that you do have. That's what true wealth is to me. It's utilizing the money you do have in a way that creates a level of security, abundance, and, for lack of a better word, financial literacy in your life. So many people are living outside of their means, meaning they don't have a budget. They have no idea what their bottom line is every month. They have no idea what their top line is. They don't know how much they have to make every single month at minimum to just survive. And that's why people are constantly like pitching pennies and like living paycheck to paycheck, because they're not taking full responsibility over their finances. Now, if you get anything from this vlog, I know I kind of went in a couple different directions, but if you get anything from this vlog, truly right here, right now, if you do not have the money in your bank account that you desire, if you're in debt, if you feel like you are barely scraping pennies to get by and you want to change your financial situation, do this. Number one, I want you right now to open an Excel spreadsheet and write down all of your monthly expenses. Now, I'm talking rent, mortgage, insurance, phone bill, internet, car payment, like any of the things that you have, like that are crucial to have every single month. I want you to write those down on one bracket. Now, every single payment, I'm talking Netflix, Disney, Hulu, all those random Klarna payments, the fucking, what else is out there? There's Klarna, there's, what are they? Affirm, all of those things that are like pay as you go. I want you to write those down as well, okay? Every single expense that you have every single month. Now, I want you to get that total, okay? Now, I want you in another bracket to write the total amount of money that you make every single month. Now, I'm not talking commissions, I'm talking a base salary or base amount of money, all right? Now you're gonna take that number, the total expenses, you're gonna subtract that from your total earnings, okay? Now, depending on what that number is, that is your total amount of money left over at the end of the month. Now, here's what else I want you to do. I want you to divide each expense by your total earned income. What this is going to do is it's going to give you the percentage of that expense based off your total income. Now, a good rule of thumb is you should not spend more than 30% of your total earned income on housing, rent, or mortgage. Okay, so I want you to get the percentages for every single expense and take a look, like, where is a lot of my spending going? Like, is a higher percentage of my spending in this area what can you do to really take ownership and responsibility over your finances? Do that today. Leave a comment down below. Drop a like on this video if you liked it. It really helps me to continue to create these and provide value for you guys. Now, I will also add this. One of the key components and indicators that moved to me having, or that led to me having better financial literacy and better control over my finances is checking my bank accounts every single day, knowing exactly where every single dollar is going and taking full responsibility. I get it. Sometimes we don't want to hear, or we don't want to see the bittersweet truth of like how low our bank account is. But have you ever realized when we've got like money, we want to check it consistently? You have to do the same thing on the inverse. If you want to feel empowered of your finances, have a grid, have a budget, know the exact percentage of each expense based off your total earned income, and check your bank accounts frequently. Because the more empowered you feel in your finances, the more secure you will feel and the more freedom you will have in this life. That's all I got for you. Peace.